So I'm using the same thing here, but for our reference, I have just copied in one more feature file to show you how it is going to be executed. Okay. Sorry, something went wrong. Yeah. So just I'm clicking on this run. I'm running this file. I'm executing this file, and already we have seen this output, right? Oh, it is capturing. It is capturing. It is capturing. One second. Let me clear all these things. Yeah. So I'm going to execute this one. Now, what is the output it is displaying? See here. First thing is feature file can be considered as acceptance criteria. Yes, we can. Acceptance criteria in the sense how you are, in what way you are telling to me. I'm not getting this one. Acceptance criteria means there are multiple things are there here, accepting the criteria and all those things. Could you please explain me about that?
Yeah, I meant based on a user story, you will be writing your acceptance criteria, right? Even in BDD, once you are given user story, based on that, you design the feature file. So
Yes.
my question was, like, if an interviewer asks me what kind of acceptance criteria do you consider in BDD, then can I say him a feature file can be considered as acceptance criteria here?
Okay. Yes. That is correct only, right? That is what we are doing here. Accepting acceptance criteria in the sense, just we are designing the functionality based on the application or document what we have. We are automating that thing. We are accepting the criteria what we are having. You can say this one.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah. When we executed the feature file, this is what the output it is displaying. It is stating that feature scenario given when then. So there are 5 steps here, and we have seen this output also in the earlier session. One scenario which is undefined, 3 steps which are undefined. But here when we add all these things, it is talking about only 4 things here. Four things here: scenario given when then, only it is talking about it. It is not explaining me about the first line of this feature file. It will never talk about that case, so don't worry about that. Just it will explain us about the scenario and the remaining things. Okay. And then if you read this one, you can implement the missing steps with the snippets below. Given, at the rate given, at the rate when and at the rate then. So by default, it has been produced with one code. By default, it has been produced with one code. Remember that it is asking you to create a program with the below mentioned methods. With the below mentioned methods. Just take this program, create a class file in this one. So this is just nothing but a class file. Copy that particular program. Copy this particular program and check how many possibilities are there to design this program. I think, does anyone have Selenium WebDriver knowledge? Selenium WebDriver knowledge. Normal scripting, how to design the script using Java.
Yes.
Okay, fine then. This is 100% good for me also. So, if we have that knowledge, how to design the script, how to design the basic script in Selenium WebDriver, then it is easy for us in order to update this particular package, particular script. So if you write the first point at the rate given, this is the first step to enter the username, what we have mentioned there. This is the first step. This is the first step to enter username. Where we are going to enter the username is my next question. In the browser homepage, right? In the browser homepage, we are going to enter the username, we are going to enter the password. Like that, we are going to enter the required things from the browser homepage. So if you want to enter the username in browser homepage, first you need to pass the URL. First you need to pass the URL before finalizing. First we need to know the concept of locators. I think you people know about that concept of locators, how to find out the element in Firefox browser and all those things, but same thing applicable here also. For our reference, I have used the same program. But few things have been updated here. The things I updated here is, I have mentioned this package name, I have imported the statements, I have mentioned this public class, and then WebDriver is equals to null. So one thing I have done here is, one thing I have completed here is, all these three methods I mentioned like a program. I have updated this like a perfect, well structured program. That is the thing I have done there. Okay, just for time being, I am using the same thing. Okay, see here, first thing given, this is a first step to enter the username. In this case, public void, I have changed the method name to homepage, and system.setProperty webdriver.firefox.marionette, and that particular gecko driver path. I'm trying to open the browser. Here, by using these statements, I am trying to open the browser. So, where you have mentioned the browser first thing, right? First, I have mentioned the path of that particular browser, and then I have mentioned the Firefox browser or Firefox driver. Once it opened with Firefox browser, it navigates to this URL. It navigates to this URL. Once the URL has been navigated, automatically the web page will be open. Automatically the web page will be open. Now I'll execute this thing now. See here what will happen. Is it opening the browser or not? Okay, browser has been opened, email address has been passed to email field, and password needs to be entered, but password is unable to enter. Let us see what will happen. Guys, did you understand what I am saying, or do you have any questions how I perform like that? Understand, or do you have any questions?
So where did you initialize the browser?
Yes, one moment.
I don't know if I have missed that step or.
Okay, let me show you. Why it has.
Oh, okay. The driver is equal to null. Okay, okay.
Let me restart this one. One moment, please.
Mhm.
Okay, fine. Here, this is the script. This is the thing what the system has been generated when I executed the feature file without anything. Once I have once I have that particular method generated by that output in the console window, I copied all those things. I have categorized these things into different formats. So first I need in the first step I want to enter the username. If I want to enter the username, the first step I need to take care here is I need to open the browser. To open the browser, here I have initiated WebDriver driver is equals to null. Second thing, driver is equals to new Firefox driver. We have one more alternative way where we can directly declare this Firefox browser WebDriver driver is equals to new Firefox browser. That's it. Or else we have this option WebDriver driver is equals to null and then driver is equals to new Firefox driver. So the latest version of Selenium needs Gecko driver. Without Gecko driver, it will not open the browser. It will not open the browser. That is the reason we have provided system.setProperty. 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 So after that, we are navigating to this particular URL. We are navigating to this URL. Driver.navigate to some URL we have mentioned. Automatically, it will open the URL. Once URL opened, what is the next step? What is the next priority that we have in the feature file? This step has been done. Now, this is the second step to perform the action. We need to write the code for this. Okay, what is the step? With when method. So at the rate when. So this is the second step to perform action. Again, input. So this is nothing but username format. Second step is password. Third step is click on login button. But from where we are getting all these things? From where we are getting all those things?
Locators.
By using locators, by using the concept of locators. By using the concept of locators, we are going to identify the elements or locators names for that particular objects on the web page. So by using those locators or element names, we are designing all these scripts. We are designing all these scripts. Let us execute it one more time so that you will be able to see what it is going on. We need to execute future file, guys. We need not execute step definition file. We should not. It is executing. Sorry, something went wrong. It has been executed, right? What happened to this? Oh, sorry. Let me restart this one because I'm unable to see the complete screen. Array. Sorry, guys. One moment. Something went wrong. Yes. If you see this program, I have been updated with these three steps. Means in the first method, I'm trying to pass the URL and I'm trying to open the browser and I'm trying to pass the URL. In the next step, I'm entering username, password, and login button. I'm entering username, password, and clicking on login button. Once that has been done, so I want to check whether my account page has been successfully loaded or not. This particular successful loading page will be captured by using this thing. By using this thing, driver dot get equals to get title equals to my account. The page title I am going to capture here. Once the page title has been captured, that particular title will be compared with the browser title. If both are matched, then script will be passed. If both are failed, both are not matched, then the script will be failed. That is a process behind this particular scripting part and all those things. But anyways, the important thing here is we need to have much more concentration on parameterization part. Apart from this, just it is something like we are passing data directly to the script. Automatically it will fetch the data and it will display the data on that particular screen. Login, action, logout, everything will be the common thing that we are having till now. This is all about normal thing, but the most important thing is parameters, how to pass the parameters, how to use that parameterization concept in BDD and all those things that we need to know. But prior to this, just it is a sample thing where you are going to have multiple annotations at the rate given, when, then. So based on the verbiage or based on the type of annotation what you have been selected, we need to write that particular set of statements. Suppose if you see here, I have written given. What is the sequence for that particular program that we need to analyze first? The sequence will be, if we open browser, then only we'll be able to have some action by using URL, username, password, and all those things. If browser itself is not responding or application itself is not loading, we can't do anything at that point of time. Okay. Okay, I'm going to close these files. So let me execute this one only. Input password. So this is the name, right? The same thing I have given there. But what happened? Input password. Let's read the error. So it's not the error basically. Just it is trying to capture the information See, login has been done, open, this is the path, and home page has been executed, and login page has been skipped, caused by unable to locate element method selector input password. Okay, so for documentation, let me use this file, let me use this one then. That would be the better, I think so. Oh, sorry guys, this is ID, not, yeah. And let us check for Okay, so when we tried here, that the ID is not there. That is the reason I made it as like that only. So now I'm executing. See here how it is going to be. Again login button. Huh? So why this is happening like this? Login button is correct only, right? Compound class names are not permitted. So then we need to go with XPath. Sorry guys, sorry for the interruption here. So I tried, but at that time it worked, but the locator names has been updated. That is the reason it is throwing me an error. So let us try to fetch the XPath of this particular thing. Right click here. I am going to take this relevant XPath. So I am going to make it as XPath. Let us try. Yes, logged into the application successfully. Now if you want to perform any action, we can perform the action, or if you want to come out from this particular screen, you can come out from this logout. You can come out from the screen by clicking on logout button. So all these things will be happened through step definition file only, but this step definition file will be created based on the feature file. Without this feature file concept, the step definition file will not be there. The step definition file will not be there. That is the reason when we are executing feature files, it tries to execute the annotations at the rate given, at the rate when, at the rate method, all those things. If you see this particular console window here, one scenario is pending, three steps. One is skipped, one is pending, one is passed. Why it is showing me one is skipped, one is pending, one is passed, and second thing, the scenario is in pending state. Why? Can anybody? Anybody? No? Can I explain? Okay. So 16.320 seconds has been taken to complete this execution part. But here we are saying that login with valid details, but nowhere we are checking this background verification process. That is the reason it is still in pending status. Second thing, one is skipped, one is pending, one is passed. First time when it tries to execute the program, it will try to execute the complete program. In that case, only browser will be launched, username and password will be passed. But next thing is whatever the method that we have written, that has been skipped in the first process. Second process, as I said, the scenario validation itself is in pending. That is the reason still it is displaying one pending. One is passed. It has been successfully opened the URL, entered the password, username, and clicked on login button. Successfully passed. That is the reason it is displaying one passed. But in our real time, we'll see everything, every step is being passed in our real time. But here also we can see when we pass the multiple sets of data. Okay, so any questions, guys?
Sir,
Shiva,
apart
why
from,
we got the,
go
Shiva,
ahead, go
why we
ahead.
got the step as skipped?
Why we got the
Skipped step. Status as skipped.
skipped? Yeah, one
Mm.
skipped is there, right?
Yeah, yeah. Yes, Shiva.
One skipped is there. Yes, yeah, I'll explain. So here, when we are executing the script, when we click on executing button, it is showing me that something has been skipped here. What is that skipping concept behind the screen is, it depends upon the scenario, what it depends upon the status what you have mentioned in this particular scenario. What we are talking about here, login with valid details we are saying, but nowhere we are doing this verification part, background verification check, nowhere we are doing this one. So are we validating whether it has been logged in or not? No. In that case, it is trying to put that validation. That is the reason one thing, first scenario is in pending state. Second thing, the skipped concept is nothing but due to that point, whatever the background verification that we have mentioned, it is stating that indirectly you have skipped one thing, which is nothing but background verification. That skipped
Okay.
concept has been automatically redirected, and it is stating me that one background verification has not been done. That is the reason one skipped is displaying here. One thing. Second thing, if we are going to keep that background verification process, either validation in step definition file or in feature file, this should not come.
Okay.
Okay,
So, okay. Means Shiva, we need to use that background annotation in the feature
background
file.
annotation, yes,
Okay.
background annotation. If we are not
So,
using main, yes, tell
so
me
that's the
please.
difference between Selenium and Cucumber? Because in
Yes,
Selenium, I haven't seen, yeah,
yes, that is the main difference between Selenium and Cucumber. One thing.
okay.
So here you no need to concentrate on the step definition file. First thing, first you need to concentrate on the feature file, right? Then only you'll be able to know what are all the annotations that we can configure in our step definition file, right? That is what
Okay.
I did. That is what I did. First, I have designed feature file. Once I executed that feature file, it is stating me that following annotation methods are not there in our definition file. That is the reason I am unable to identify that is whatever the things that we have. And one more thing, everything is undefined. In that case, I have designed one step definition file. In that step definition file, I have mentioned all the methods where it is going to be created by passing the URL, enter the username, password, login button, and action performing and logout button. All these things will be happened. But one more question here, you logged into the application but you haven't logged out from the application, where we need to mention logout in the step definition file.
Then, oh,
Sorry,
in the step definition file.
in the step definition file where we need to mention.
Maybe in the then last step, yeah.
Yes. In then only we need to mention. But if I want to perform action,
When
Action is when. Yeah, when.
we can create one more when method
When.
and we can
Yeah.
mention our action and then we can log out from the application.
So
okay,
here, when can be considered as at the rate test in test ng annotation, like, right?
Yes,
We can have
exactly.
n number of when
Yes.
thing.
Yes. That is correct. That is 100% correct. I thought, how can I explain this concept to you? Because I don't know, right, whether you are completed with Selenium framework concept and all those things. That is the reason still I am in dilemma position whether if I explain this concept to you, whether you are going to understand or not. Do I need to explain again test engine and all those things? I am thinking about that. That is the reason
Don't worry, sir.
I have started and
I
again
think we
getting.
both are from testing, so
Oh, okay. That's nice. That is good for me also. So I think you understood this point, right?
yes,
mhm.
we understood.
Yeah. This is all about the annotation part and all those things, like how we are configuring, how we are stepping out this process, how we are going to exit. The main thing here is the configuration part and test feature file only. So remaining apart from those two things, remaining things are as usual what we are doing in our Selenium WebDriver, right or wrong?
Yes,
Yeah. And one more thing, Harshita wants to ask some question, right?
Uh, what was that? I forgot. So, sir, I feel Selenium and Cucumber are in the same place. No matter what, we are using Selenium concepts in Cucumber.
Okay.
So, how is it different from Selenium when we talk about Cucumber? How is it different from Selenium?
So currently we are dealing with only one part of training in Cucumber. So when I am
What do
explaining
you
this,
mean by one part?
yeah, I am telling that one only. So cucumber in the sense, when we are learning about the cucumber, okay, so when we are talking about the cucumber, your job roles and responsibilities will be on the feature files only. You are not the authorized persons to start with step definition file, and you are not the persons who are going to develop the complete Java programming scripts like Selenium WebDriver
Well,
scripts in step definition file.
no, let me tell you one thing here. I am in US, so
Okay.
whatever, like if they hire me, they expect everything to do
Okay.
from scratch from me. It's not like something someone will provide me the step definition or I'll be. It's not like that. It will not work here. So
Okay.
everything I have to do on my own. That's the thing I just wanted to clear.
Okay, fine then. So here, when you have when you have TestNG framework, what you are
Yeah.
going to do, what we are going to do there? Suppose I have 100 automation scripts. If I want to execute 100 scripts, what I need to
Mhm.
perform there at a time if I want to execute all the scripts?
I can divide my scripts within different browsers.
No,
Test suit.
Like if you want 100 test cases to be done, then I can
Okay.
tell my scripts to, some test cases to be done on some browser, some, like I can.
That is fine, but what is the way that you are processing there? What is the way that you are following there? Are you getting my point? Suppose I have 100 test cases. Out of 100 test cases, I want to execute only 15 or 20 test cases at this point of time. I want to get the result from the TestNG framework in the output Excel document.
Okay, then I'll only consider those 15 cases.
Yeah, don't those only 15 cases, right? Where you are going to put all these 15 cases?
Test in the XML suite.
XML suite, we are going to keep all those things. But when we are tracking everything, when we are configuring different types of things, when we are doing all those things, there the configuration matters with along with the framework what you are following.
Mm-hmm.
Are you getting my point? TestNG framework needs configuration what you are following at that point of time. But when we are talking about Cucumber, in the initial phase itself, you are going to start the configuration along with Maven.
Yes.
Along with
Even in
Maven, you are
Selenium.
going in your real time.
Yes, even in Selenium we start with Maven, right?
Yeah, even in Selenium also we can start with Maven. But no matter what is the difference between Selenium and Cucumber, but it's all about how our company standards are following. Suppose, let's say for example, here I want to parameterize the data.
Mm-hmm.
What can I do here?
In Cucumber,
Yes.
you have
Scenario
a scenario
outline.
outline.
Yes, scenario
Where
outline we have where we can parameterize everything, and we can pass the file to this particular step definition file, and we can execute this particular thing. But here we are not creating any XML document, we are not creating anything here, but
Mm-hmm.
every action will be mentioned in this particular step definition file only. We are not creating multiple files. If you observe this one,
Yeah.
only one given method is there, only one given method is there, but multiple when methods are there.
Yes.
Are you getting my point?
Mm-hmm.
What once you selected one application, suppose I want to automate this application in Cucumber.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say you know about TestNG, right? I want to automate the functionality in this particular screen with individual functionalities. I want to perform this action. What you are going to do in TestNG? We are going to create multiple class files, we are going to create multiple packages, we are going to pass the data to each and every class file, we are going to select what class files that we need to execute, and we are going to click on run button in that XML document. Right or wrong?
Mm-hmm.
Right or wrong? Are you getting my
Yeah.
point what I'm? But coming to Cucumber, I'll log in into the application only once. Okay,
Okay.
so whatever the functionalities are there in this application, every functionality I'll be included in at the rate when method. I don't want to create
So will,
multiple programs. Only one
so
step
will that
definition
not,
file is enough for me.
okay, so will that not delay our execution if we have many things in one class?
No, how it will get execute? How it will get delayed? Everything will be in that class file only, right? You are not fetching any data from other class files.
Yes, but you are saying when we are having multiple vents, then I
Hmm.
don't know, I'm just confused. Like,
No. You
even,
are asking me a question that we have one step you are saying that one step definition file is there, one given method is there. If there are multiple number of when methods, is the execution time delayed or not? This is your question.
yes.
My answer is it won't delay. Maybe if it delayed also, it will be a fraction of seconds. But we are not going to bother about the response time or how it is going to be execution, how much time it will be delayed for that particular execution time and all those things. Anyhow,
Okay.
we are going to keep validation in our programmatic part. Right or
Okay.
wrong? Here, if you see this program, I have mentioned thread.sleep here. What is this thread.sleep?
It's a wait
Wait statement.
exception
It's a wait
handler.
command in Java. It's a wait
Yeah.
command in Java. Means based upon this validation, every functionality can be defined through one @when method.
Mm-hmm.
Suppose in this particular screen, I have my account section, I have my order section, I have my affiliate account section. Means for each and every section, I'll create one method, one @one method. Means based upon this, I have three @when methods.
Mm-hmm.
Are you getting my point? If I
Yes.
click on execute button, what will happen? It will try to open the step definition file, and it will execute the complete file, and it will give you the output. In the output, if you see this output, is this the output easy for you to judge, or test engine output is easy for you to judge?
According to me, it's test ng as of now because
That is fine then, because if we have a good practice in that
no,
point
no,
of time,
no, no.
that is fine.
What
But
I meant is in testng, you have separate add-ons where no, you can generate your report in
yes,
however you
that is
want. So,
100% acceptable. That is 100% acceptable. But coming to Cucumber, you are going to validate how many scenarios that you have, how many steps that you want to execute. That is main part of Cucumber here. We are not going to talk about how many class files that we have, how many data sets that we need to pass, like TestNG framework.
mm-hmm.
Are you getting my point? TestNG
Yeah.
framework always talks about how many scripts that you have, how many selected test cases that you are executing. In that selected test cases, how many data sets you have passed, are the columns matched with the data driven framework or not? It is going to validate in that point, in that particular point. It is completely a pure technical thing.
Uh-huh.
But coming to Cucumber, are you going to configure any TestNG framework? Are you going to configure any POM? Are you going to talk about any modular driven thing? Are you going to talk about any hybrid thing? No, just it is
Okay.
simple plain text, right? So simple plain thing. You are going to give your statements. Automatically, it will show you what you need to do there.
Mm-hmm.
Did you understand?
Yeah, yeah.
That is what I did, right? When I execute the feature file, it is showing me that your script is not having these step definition files. Just copy these things, and you can proceed with this particular step definition. Then only I'll be able to know what I need to perform there.
Okay.
So it's all about our regular thing, and regular practice what we are performing here. There is nothing much difference between TestNG framework and Cucumber framework. It's all about our technical thing and technical value. If we are strong enough in technical thing, we can go ahead with data driven framework, and we can do anything. We can play with the TestNG framework, or we can pass any type of data to TestNG. But one thing, that most advantageous point is, if we are going to select Java programming language in automation, we can control anything. That's it. Either it may be BDD, or it may be hybrid framework, like
Mm-hmm.
TestNG framework. We can do anything in that. But if we are talking about TestNG, it's completely a pure technical thing.
Mm-hmm.
But coming to BDD, it's not completely a technical.